I'm sorry for the half an hour lateness, but I was taking care of something, so I apologize. That's what I do to my audience. So you see how important it is when things are set up for your demise. Like literally things are set up for your demise. And you know what? You say to yourself, what he's saying is true, is facts. Because if you look at it, most of most of people in our community, they're not into these plantations based on somebody that did something to their family, or someone did something to them. Your property and blood, your honor is sacred. These are things that is worth dying for. These things are set up inside our communities so we can trap and be stagnated out on these corners and being locked up. This has been passed on from generation to generation. It has not changed. It has mutated into something different. It mutated into the internet. It mutated into a more deeper and insidious plot. This is why it's very important that early on in your life you learn that working for things that you need in life is very important. It shows you how to be responsible. It shows you how to basically grind and hustle for what you want. But certain things in our community has been taken away, and we're left with selling drugs. We're left with selling drugs. We're left with eating garbage food in these supermarkets, these outdated food that they have there, whether it be fruits, produce, dry fruit, all of this stuff is outdated. We get the bottom of the barrel, and this been going on for years upon us. So we are left with drugs, guns, liquor, and all this other stuff. How you doing? Good morning. When you are left with these things, you don't have nothing else to care about. It's going to end up basically your demise. But most of us don't know that it's a trap. Most of us don't know that it's a trap. It's a trap. It's a plot. Yeah, it's a spiritual plot to get you to trap and be stagnated for years upon years of your life, ultimately. And I see many of us are in that state. I've seen a few people that I know, I haven't seen in years. They are on the block trapping and stagnated for sneakers and outfits and Don Julio and sandwiches and Chinese food. Yes. It becomes a lifestyle. It becomes so custom that you think is your actually job. And you don't supposed to get locked up for it. That's how deep this psychological thing of standing on the corners trapping and being stagnated with sneakers and wearing Chinese food, and Don Julio, and smoking weed and sandwiches, which is plaguing our community, which is left. There's nothing else left. Because once you break a person down psychologically and spiritually, what is left is just your shells. It's a physical thing. These are the two major things that's there to lead you and guide you out of darkness upon darkness. But if you're plagued with darkness at a young age and at birth, and it's been passed on from generation to generation, curse, more likely he's going to hit you. Ultimately, you're going to become an organ donor. See, these things are set up on purpose, and it's set up psychologically and spiritually so you can fail in life. These things is very, very important that we do not, under no circumstances, allow ourselves to be stagnated and trapping on inside our communities, on the street corners, or in the buildings, or whatever we do for sneakers and wares and Don Julio and weed and sandwich money and Chinese food and outfits. Because the amount of time they're going to give you for doing these things, even though they are the ones that produce the drugs, they let it in, they are the ones that do what? They are the ones that actually procreated this stuff, and they put it in our communities so we can fail and kill each other. Take all the programs out. There's nothing there. There's no more programs. There's nothing. There's nothing to do. Put hardcore music in there. Gangster rap of killing each other and promoting that we hate each other and promoting the destruction of our children and our women's. These things are put there for a reason. They are planted on purpose. They are planted on purpose for you. But they know that we're going to do it. That's all we have is this gangster persona life, right? Trevor said, do you agree the black culture need fathers in the homes and to start wearing proper clothing? Do you agree? No accountability. Yes, I agree. Yes, I agree, Trevor. Yes. But you got to understand that, yes, the father is the foundation. And I need for you to go watch my video, right? My video basically is talking about the East and West, right? The East, the Middle East being the father. No, I'm sorry. The Middle East being the mother, and over here in the West is the father. This is why the devil's more over here, because we are the fathers, right? The forefathers of civilization, the West. This is why it's a lot of demonic and evil things that go on over here. Yes, demonic and evil things go over there in the Middle East. It does, but not like over here in the West. So being that we are the forefathers and we birth, right? And the Middle East is the mother, and she delivers to all civilizations. They're not going to so much attack the mother. They're going to attack the father. That's because the father carries the seed. The West over here carries the seed of spirituality. It carries the seed of leadership. It carries the seed of strong back. It carries the seed of new inventions. It carries the seed of everything that you know that is the betterment of our life and our existence as father and as men. The West is a very, very holy and spiritual land. So this is why we are being attacked on all levels. all civilization, but we are the first people in creation, in civilization that civilized everything. So I need for you to go watch that video. I'm going to break it down. So that is the culture. It don't have nothing to do with black culture. It just has something to do with spirituality, all civilization all around the world that is suffering with this. But the people that is the forefathers in creations, they are the first in creation of mankind. You're going to get attacked. They're going to go hard on you. This is why the demon and this entities over here is doing his job and doing his thing. He's pushing a narrative to kill us. And we can't see this thing. Because even if we wake up, even if we wake up, all of us wake up, we are still plagued with a long list of other things that we have to deal with mentally and spiritually. So this thing covered is based on all levels. Because we are the fathers. And the job is what? To get the father out the home. To destroy the father, the foundation. This is why over here in the West, look, over here in the West, there's really no fathers in all civilization. Ask yourself that. Ask yourself why. Because the father is the teacher, the spiritual leader, the foundationer, the spiritual guiding leader to uphold strength, justice, balance. That has to be eradicated, destroyed from the very root, not just in our homes, but in our communities all over the world. So we can be plagued with what? Being stagnated with trapping, right? And, stagnated with trapping for sneakers and wear, for Don Julio, and cigarettes and weed and Chinese food. Yes. This is actually what it is. There's nothing else. This is exactly what it is. So it's there to destroy the Father. That's what it's there for. That's it. This started from the beginning of creation of man. Ever since that we was created, it was objective is to destroy the foundation of mankind, the Father, and let the woman live. And this been going on for ages and ages. You see that? This been passed on. This been a big campaign. Mentally, physically, and spiritually. On all levels, on all major levels. This is why it's my job to expose this entity so we can stop trapping and being stagnated on the corners in our communities, doing these acts for outfits and sneakers. Do you know how many generations of men and women died for sneakers and clothes just to get fresh? You got people right now that's upstate in jail for sneakers and clothes, just for sneakers and clothes and food. They got to do 10 years, 20 years, life. Ultimately become an organ donor. We killing each other for this material stuff, just for that. They debased us, man. We are debased in the base state, but I'm here to raise us up. Spiritually, physically, mentally. This is why I'm here, to expose this. To get any and everybody out of this. If I get one, I did my job. So you can spread the message on. These topics need to be talked about each and every day, because the fight go on each and every day of being plagued with no food, no clothes, no jobs. We got drugs and guns in our neighborhood. That's the leading force of us being educated and graduating From trapping and being stagnated to being murdered in the street. That's the graduation. That's the reward. In jail. That's it. There's nothing else. This would have left us. So yes, it's a war. On every level. So we got to find the pushback. We got to find a pushback. How can we push back? Open up communities. Open up community centers. Open up something positive. Open up something that's going to generate wealth. So all the community can benefit for it. Open up jobs. So this is how you fight this thing economically. With money. And then you can transform it into what? Into clothes and food. And build a strong community. Spiritually, physically, mentally. We have to start with there first. Because our souls are plagued. It's plagued with materialistic stuff. That's going to be my next topic. I think at 9 o'clock or 9:30 this morning. I'm going to give it up. I think 9:15. I'm going to give it up. I have to give it up. Because these things are being procreated and produced for our demise. And we don't get a grip on what's going on and where we're going to go in life in the future, we're going to be lost. And being met with what? Mental health issues, drugs, guns, violence, and all these other things going to be plagued in it while other people elevate. It is my job, right, to keep the steps behind this entity, to be on his heels, to be on his back. It takes a step, I'm taking 2 steps. So we can catch up if and when you do is ready to stop trapping and being stagnated in our communities. For alcohol and sneakers and wares. The information is here. This is why I keep making this channel my forefront to lead us into the light instead of the darkness. This message got to be very important. Please like, share, subscribe to the dopest channel out right now on YouTube. That most of these people is not going to talk about this. They're not going to talk about this. These are the things that we need in our community, that we need to talk to, that we are facing plagued with each and every day. Homelessness, hunger, clothes, jobs. People don't know how to fight this force. They don't know how to cope with it and fight with it. They only know how to fight with it through pain, through drugs and guns and violence. Please like, share, subscribe to the dopest channel on the dopest channel out right now on YouTube. Please don't forget to hit the notification bell. Hit it, hit it, hit it, so you can know that I'm dropping bangers and heat for you and I. Bangers and heat, bangers and heat. That's right. That's going to expose this way of life is evil, this entity, yes, of murder, death, kill, barbaric, evil, twisted way of life. I'm coming with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, experience from a spiritual eye. All big facts, been there, done that. All big facts, been there, done that. All big facts, been there, done that. Peace, peace, peace.